Hello everybody and welcome to our Return to Moria survival guide. We are going after the very rare resource Sunstone today. Sunstone is used in a lot of the late game items that you need to make your life a little bit easier. And Sunstone itself is very rare, especially when you haven't gotten to what's the place called? You think I would know? Oh, it doesn't show. Cool. I think it's like whatever, the place after the desolation, basically. If you haven't gotten there yet, and you probably won't because you're going to need Sunstone in order to get there, you're going to have to go to the dark deeps, the deepest darks, whatever they're called. This is a really bad place. but that is the only place that will spawn Sunstone before the next main region. So let's talk about this terrible place that we're about to go into. So the darkest deeps, the dark deeps, whatever they're called, they basically swallow light. Light does not work there. Like you could, like I have my torch out, which honestly I should probably put away briefly, but even if you have a torch out down there, it doesn't actually like give you light. So you know how if you've been playing this game for a while, you know how important light is. It keeps you from becoming falling into despair, which zaps your health. And normally, if it's like night or dark or whatever, you just take out your little torch and you're fine. That is not the case down there. It does not work. You basically have like a limited amount of time to get what you need to get and then get out. So and I'm not sure if some of the items that protect against shadow damage protect you down there, because I haven't made that yet. I'm hoping it does, but the problem is you might need some sunstone or whatever to make that in the first place. So basically the goal here is to go down as down into the mine as fast as you can, find your sunstone, and then get out of here. And then the second thing, besides having a problem with despair, is there are beasts down there, fiery beasts that they are extremely hard to kill, and they are extremely they do a lot of damage to you, basically. More damage than you will do to them, to be sure. So they are more or less creatures to be avoided. Now, the good news is you can kind of tell when they're coming because they make a little spooky sound. They're like wrapped in flames, so they're a little bit easier to see down there. So avoid them. There are also deep spiders. Those are far easier to kill. You can easily take care of them. But you're on a clock, right? So but yeah, so let's talk about how to get to the dark deeps, the deepest darks, whatever. They are in the desolation section of Dwarodelf, and you're gonna have to definitely go through some of these tunnels to get to it. I had mine spawn here. I think I have another entry point right over here, and they're kind of like. They're not like this where they all connect to each other. They're kind of like their own little small like mine shaft, basically. They're contained. So once you kind of explore one, you're more or less like done exploring it until you find like another shaft, which for me was like up here. And I will mention this too, that like not every shaft is going to have sunstone. I think in one of my save files, I went down a shaft, there wasn't any sunstone at all. There was just precious gems there. So, you might get lucky, you might not. You might have to go find another shaft and hope that maybe, that one should have sunstone for you. So, we're going to head down here. You can climb down two ways. Like I made it with a bunch of these wooden platforms. You can do that, or you can use the ladders. I tend to not do well with the rope ladder. They just never quite see. I just haven't quite gotten the hang of putting them up, basically. So I just went with my good old wooden platforms here. So either works, whatever works for you. Just make sure that if you are using, whichever one you're using, that you're able to reach them, because falling down here is not a lot of fun. So we're going to keep on going down here. You can tell my light is out, but we are still starting to receive like shadow. No, we're not in despair yet because our meter's still up, but it will eventually run out. Now, once you get to the bottom, you're going to want to start looking. You're going to have your pickaxe out, and you're going to start looking at these various veins. We actually have sunstone right here, so we're going to go ahead and just get this guy going. I mean, I guess he can sing, but the thing with Sunstone is that it's the ones that I've experienced here in the deeps anyway, is that it spawns in such a small amount that like in my opinion, singing is not really worth it because you're just not going to get that much. But you know, do what you want to. Whatever you want to do here. We're gonna just grab that. I don't know if we can. There we go. I guess we'll get a little bit more. And you don't really get too much. Like after that, I got like 5 from that little bit there. So make sure you just kind of go around and check and see what it is. So this is precious gems because as you can see, that looks very similar to Sunstone. So you never know if it's precious gems or Sunstone. But we're just gonna kind of keep moving on down here. And just be very careful. We're going to mind our time. I definitely do recommend having a... Are we good? I definitely recommend having a... I put a little torch here to find this. So you got some more sunstone right here. Not a bad idea if you know you're going to, if you're going to be in and out a lot, maybe mark where the things that you definitely want to mine, I would say, if you have the resources on you. But I would also say at the top of the mine shaft, maybe have a fast travel point so that you can very quickly come back if you do end up getting murdered by the terrible things that live down here, just so that process will be a little bit easier for you. We're gonna quick take these guys out.
Perfect.
All right, I hear our beast friend. Oh, there he is right there. We're gonna just walk back.
Beasts of the depths.
The depths. And to be honest, we might have what we need. So I'm just going to tuck back here. Now, the nice thing is that, like, it is pretty easy to hide from those guys, which I definitely recommend if you can, because direct combat, at least, until you're, like, fully got, like, all of your armor, all of your weapons, I would definitely say, avoid the fight as much as you can, because they really do kick butt. So we're going to let him go that way. We're going to go a little bit deeper in. We got another spider I see. Hello there. Alright, and then I think I marked one more over here. Let's just quick see what this is. We have precious gems. I'm trying to, I know our meter's going down, so we're going to have to hurry up here. But we're just going to quick grab some of this and we'll be on our way. It is very much a race of time against time. And this place is very much a maze too, so you gotta kind of be careful of losing yourself too, because you'll be, out of time, and then you won't know where you're going, and it's just a terrible time all around. So, definitely recommend maybe, mark your paths. Also, like, yeah, sure, use it for like to find ore that you definitely want, but also just because it can be hard to find your way, so marking your paths to the way out is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. So we're gonna start making our way up. My meter is basically empty, so I'm gonna start having a despair pretty soon here. But I think I should be able to make it to the top, as long as I don't fall down, which, knowing me, I probably will, so that's fun. There we go. I would definitely recommend having some healing items on you as well, just in case that you're like, if you're like right at the top, but the despair has gotten ya. Having something that will heal you just a little bit, just to get you to the top, is very helpful. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness that was there. I might need to... There we go. There we go. There's the despair. That actually came a little bit later than I thought, so we should be good. We're almost at the surface already. I think we are at the surface. Yeah, we did it. All right. So that wasn't too terrible. That was timed pretty well. I just got to make sure I don't fall down now, because goodness knows. That's like my second main cause of death, is just falling. All right, we've made it. All right, great. Okay, so that is how and where you can get Sunstone. It's a bit of a risk. I'm hoping it's a little bit easier in the future to get once we get to the next main area of the game. But just to like start off your stockpile, you might need to delve into the pits there, if you will, the pits of evils. But yeah, hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep arriving.